As President of VASSP, I'm really pleased to be able to introduce this series of videos where our members have presented what they believe is happening in their schools in a really positive sort of way and the sorts of things that are making a difference in government school education. I really recommend that you view these, possibly use these with your staff to talk about what you're doing in your schools and how you're going to go about continuing to improve what is happening in your school.
Hello, I'm John Halsey. I'm Professor of Rural Education and Communities at Flinders University in South Australia, and I'm delighted to share a few thoughts with you about what great schools do. Great schools focus on relationships, and great schools engage with every child in the school and with every child's family and the carers of that child. And what great schools do, they zero in on the child's developmental needs and their learning needs. They see children holistically, and that is particularly important in rural communities where often children have a limited range or can have a limited range of aspirational mentors, as well as opportunities to think beyond the local. Now, it's critically important in rural schools in particular that great schools do deeply engage with place and community, but they also connect students with the wider world. And for many in rural schools, there's a tension among three things. Am I learning for staying? Am I learning for leaving? Or am I learning for choice? And I think what it's about is great schools in rural communities in particular, but great schools anywhere, about enabling children and young adults to develop the capacity to have agency over choice, to engage with community and to engage with the wider world. Great schools value explicit teaching as well as exploratory learning. They don't leave learning to chance, and they structure curriculum as well as provide opportunities for kids to negotiate, and indeed for students to negotiate beyond the school fence, because what we have to understand is that society is a very rich learning resource, as indeed other students are a learning resource for each other. And I guess fundamentally what I'm trying to say is that that great schools allow children to engage with their learning, create the space for that to occur, focus on relationships, have high expectations, and work the dynamic between opportunities for explicit learning and opportunities for discovery. That's what I think great schools do. And great schools in particular have a really strong focus on valuing their staff, developing their staff, and seeing education as more than just what happens within the school.